Is there any chance that you feel like you're currently stuck in the movie Groundhog Day? Have you gotten that feeling that you're kind of like stuck in a time loop lately? Does it feel like your past is repeating itself? Do you feel like you're very good at noticing when life seems to repeat itself? And are you able to quickly question yourself on, let's see, what lesson is it that keeps reappearing? Well, maybe it's time to level up that skill. I'm Sage, I'm a growth coach, and the topic today is remove yourself from any situation that feels like a repeat of the past. So why is it important to notice when you are in a situation that seems to be kind of repeating the past? Well, it might be indicating to you that you haven't learned a lesson fully lately. Okay? And it might be also just testing you to see if you really learned that lesson as well as you thought you have. Or let's think about this. Living the same lesson over and over again because you're not willing to wake up and pay attention is really no life at all. Okay, so here's a couple quotes. Learn from the past, but don't live there. Build on what you know, and so you don't repeat mistakes. Harvey Mackay. And don't let history repeat itself. You have the power to stop the patterns. Ivana Shubak. So how good are you at catching yourself when you're repeating something from the past? And how could you level up that skill? All right, don't worry, I got you. 4 today. 4 ways that you could better remove yourself from that constant repeating of lessons. All right, number 1. Wake up and ask yourself some tough questions. When you notice a lesson that's starting to repeat itself, ask yourself, why is it repeating? Okay, remember, we can have conversations with our heart and ask, what am I missing here? Okay, and what lesson still needs to be learned? And what test is life giving you at this very moment? Now, we also want to, number 2, be grateful for the opportunity. We want to be thankful that you care enough about growing and improving yourself that you actually noticed this opportunity. There are so many people walking this earth right now that are just in a constant state of denial, that they're checked out. They don't really even get that little feeling like, oh, I feel like I've done this before, because they're just so removed from their awareness of their current situation. So be grateful that you're not. Number 3, strong boundaries. We're going to keep talking about this because sometimes lessons come in the form of people. Okay? So you have to ask yourself, okay, I had a boss like this before and they kept asking me to do more than what I'm getting paid to do, and I kept saying yes, and then I just started to feel resentful and I hated my job. And so here's another test to see if you're going to keep saying yes, right? Strong boundaries. Number 4, cherish self-reflection time. It will get you more in touch with where you are and where you want to go. But you actually have to make time. I don't know about you, but I feel like this year, this is one of the most valuable tips that I could possibly record a video on, is this one right here. And that is, we have to make time for ourselves. It is so easy to get caught up in this loop of like just running around with your head cut off all the time and then you get like 30 minutes to yourself and you're just scrolling through your phone. You don't get any quiet time. There's always media there. And you wonder why you feel anxious and burnt out all the time. So you have to, scooch back to number 3 and make some strong boundaries, and then create that time for yourself to actually do some self-reflection. But you can't do that unless you can carve out some quiet time. So circling around, remove yourself from any situation that feels like a repeat of the past. And which of these tips resonates with you? Okay. All right, here's your intention for today. I choose to remove myself from situations that don't propel me forward. Ooh, that's a good one. Gives me goosebumps. All right. Well, guess what? You showed up today. You watched this video. So that's already one good mark for you. Okay. Now you have to choose which one of those tips is actually helpful to you, and you have to start applying it to grow with me. Okay. And if you need help, book a session at growingsagejourney.com. Find me at Sage Robinson Miller on YouTube and find more videos over this topic if this one really resonates with you. There's also a bunch of healing meditations on my YouTube page that are so good for that quiet time where you're trying to journal and reflect, and you can actually get the peace you need. All right, thanks for showing up. Love ya.